Hi everyone, today's recap is about the series S-Line. A young woman unexpectedly gains a strange ability. She can see red lines that indicate how many partners a person has had. Hyun lives in an apartment where the windows are covered with cardboard. Why? Because she has a mysterious gift. The power to see red threads that reveals someone's partner count. And it works not just in real life, but even through TV screens. For example, on a reality show, some company employees claim they only have professional relationships with each other, but the red lines tell a different story. Hyun's ability first appeared in childhood, but only with time did she understand what it truly meant. One day her mother found her drawings and realized what the lines indicated. As a result, she removed her husband from the picture. After witnessing how dangerous this knowledge could be, Hyun decided to keep her ability a secret forever. But that's not all. Hyun is also immortal. And since she has to live somehow, she made it her mission to find out the origin of these mysterious red threads, and whether someone else can see them too. Her thoughts are interrupted by a neighbor, a woman who recently moved in and is delivering welcome gifts to nearby residents. Hyun isn't exactly a people person, so when the neighbor knocks, she doesn't answer. Instead, she waits until the coast is clear and quietly picks up the fruit left at her door. Meanwhile, Detective G arrives at the police station. Hyun has seen him before. He once offered a ride to his niece. G is known as someone who increases the red lines. For instance, a coworker once invited him to her wedding. His niece, San, is struggling in school. She's being bullied by a group of girls. One of them even whispers a threat. "If you tell anyone, I'll push you off the rooftop." Later, G heads out on a new case. The apartment looks suspicious, messy but too organized, as if someone staged the scene. A man in a helmet was seen entering the unit. No clear motive. One officer, Donchik, heard the victim had a boyfriend, but they broke up a year ago. That evening, the case appears on TV. Hyun instantly recognizes the man in the helmet. He had only one red line, which made him stand out. What's more concerning, the man seemed to be eavesdropping on the news reporter during the broadcast. Things take a darker turn. The same biker stops in front of Hyun's building and enters the apartment of the friendly neighbor, the one who gave her fruit. Sensing danger, Hyun calls 911. Later, the noise from their apartment suggests they're getting quite close, and the number of lines shoots up. The next day, San asks her uncle for some money. Ji immediately senses she's hiding something, but she locks herself in her room. Soon after, Donchik calls Ji with an update. Someone called 911 to report a man in a helmet, and the call came from the building across the street. That's where Ji lives. He rushes over to Hyun's apartment and asks if she knows anything, but she insists she was just imagining things. That same evening, another biker appears at Hyun's door. He also has only one red line, and he stares directly into her peephole. Donchik later uncovers that the victim's ex-boyfriend was a high school teacher named Oh Cheon. He even finds his photo. Ji then realizes that Oh Cheon is the same man he saw in Hyun's hallway. After work, Donchik heads to Oh Cheon's apartment. The door is unlocked. One of the rooms seems off. Before he can call Ji, Oh Cheon suddenly attacks him. A few minutes later, the biker exits the house and enters the one next door. It turns out, he also has the ability, but unlike Hyun, he wants to erase all the red lines by removing the people themselves. Hyun disrupted his plan. Though he managed to injure her, Detective G arrived just in time. From the street, he saw something strange through the window and rushed to help. With a few precise shots, he stopped the threat. Using his last breath, the man muttered, "The thread is disappearing." That moment changed everything for Hyun. She realized there might be others who can see the lines too. But now the man is gone, and there's no one left to question. That day, Hyun started seeing things differently. What if these threads could actually save lives instead? She removes her glasses, and the entire sky turns red. Just then a message arrives on her phone. "We're alike. Come to Banju High." The next day, San sees Hoyeon reading aloud a Valentine's note. One San had secretly written for Jinwon. Furious and humiliated, San lashes out and attacks her. Teacher Lee breaks up the fight and calmly reminds San that this kind of behavior isn't acceptable. Before leaving, San notices Hyun's glasses and quietly takes them. Meanwhile, we learn that Donchik survived. Oh Cheon didn't eliminate him, just beat him up. Even with the case officially closed, Ji feels uneasy. Something still does not add up. He returns to the scene and takes another look at that strange room. Now he sees the truth. The walls aren't just red, they're covered in an overwhelming number of lines. That's what turned the room crimson. At the same time, San, now wearing the glasses, notices a red line above her own head and tries to tear it off. But as Ji enters the house, she panics and runs. Later, Hyun observes San staring at the sky and whispering something. Then she sees the girl wandering the streets, inspecting red threads. San quickly figures out what they mean. And when she spots Ji, she even smirks. Eager for more discoveries, she heads to school. And there, she learns a lot. Suddenly, some people around her seem revolting. And when she sees a line stretching beyond a wall, her curiosity gets the better of her, but some things are better left unknown. That day, a new transfer student arrives in class. It's Hyun. Meanwhile, Ji investigates Doki's belongings, but the glasses are gone. He heads to the school where Oh Cheon used to work. Did Oh Cheon ever wear glasses? Teacher Lee insists she never saw him wearing any. Up on the school rooftop, the usual bullies, led by Hoyeon, corner San again. But Hyun steps in and warns them to stay away. People like them don't realize who they're messing with. Back on the case, Ji visits the bar where Oh Cheon used to hang out. The bartender shares some unsettling details. At first, Oh Cheon seemed completely normal. Then one day he began talking to himself, while totally sober. Repeating numbers, 1, 2, 3. He even got into a fight with a customer. That night, he was staring at the red lines above people's heads. He muttered, "Wow, that's a lot." One of the customers didn't like that, and a fight broke out. The bartender adds something odd. Oh, Cheon always wore glasses. Just as Ji is about to leave, something clicks. A chance to add a line. Out on the street, San finds Hoyeon, the same girl who used to torment her. Without hesitation, she sets her up, snapping compromising photos of Hoyeon and their teacher. But Hoyeon is unfazed. "You must have forgotten. We're underage. They'll go after the teacher, not me. Guess that makes you the fool." So San changes her target. She sends the photo directly to the teacher involved. His face tightens with horror. Then a message appears on his screen. "Prepare 20 million. San is now hooked. She begins collecting blackmail on other teachers as well. Meanwhile, Hyun starts noticing that all these fights and chaos aren't random. Her eyes land on San's glasses. When she asks about the red lines, San is visibly stunned. She demands to know where Hyun got them. "Someone just left them in my locker," San replies. One way or another, Hyun is not about to let San keep the glasses. They're far too dangerous. But San snatches them and refuses to give them up. She's determined to expose everyone's hidden affairs. Late at night, Hoyeon follows San and steals the glasses from her. She puts them on and instantly understands everything. San soon realizes the glasses are missing, but just then she gets a message from the teacher. He wants to settle things privately and offers her money. He explains he's in a difficult financial situation. But before he can finish, his wife messages him. She's already received the photo. The teacher assumes it was San who sent it, and in a moment of rage, he pushes her from above. Luckily, San had just called Hyun before it happened. Hyun finds her and calls an ambulance in time. At the hospital, she tells Ji that San did not fall on her own. The next day, Mr. Kim finds the glasses on his desk. He puts them on and sees the lines. Meanwhile, Ms. Lee tells Ji that the students who used to bully San have suddenly vanished. All except one, the boy she was last seen with, Linjo. He tells Ji that San asked to take a selfie with him, then suddenly ran off, saying something was missing. Ji reviews the footage and spots Hoyeon. Mr. Kim, planning to move abroad, decides to stay with his sister for a week before leaving. But at dinner, he notices something strange about her husband. The man is constantly on his phone. Later that night, Kim sees a line leading upstairs, and when he tries to follow it, the brother-in-law stops him. Back at work, Kim notices something odd. Their school's golden girl, Lee, has no lines at all. That surprises him, but he starts noticing other strange things too. Eventually, Kim follows one of the threads, and it leads to an apartment where a woman, who's clearly been in contact with his brother-in-law, lives. Her name is Kwak, as seen on her mailbox. That same day, the family holds a memorial for Kim's mother, but the brother-in-law doesn't show up. He claims he's away on business. Kim, however, suspects what that business really is. He follows the man and confirms everything. Kim confronts him. He has one day to tell his wife the truth, or else Kim doesn't know what he might do. Later, Kim checks Kwok's social media and sees a post about a baby. He rushes to tell his sister, but finds out she already knows, and she blames Kim for ruining her life. When Kim sees the man walk away, not to comfort his wife, but straight to Kwok, he finally loses it and punches him. His sister begs him to stop, and then confesses, "He's the husband of that woman, and I'm not even his wife, just the other woman." Kim demands the man leave his mistress and go back to his family, and in the end, he does just that. Sometime later, Ji finds San's journal. In it, he reads about the glasses. He turns to Hyun and asks what they really show, what someone sees through them. Hyun looks at him and says only one word, threads. And with that, the first part ends. If you want to know what happens next, leave a comment and don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back soon. See you.